Okay, folks, this is Colin from Kid and Kate Outdoors, and welcome to my Thursday Night Live. We are going to be discussing the knives, cutting tools that you would have in your bug out bag, your whoosh bag, your inch bag, your get home bag, or your just everyday carry type situations. I showed off most of mine on Tuesday, with a few minor exceptions that I wasn't able to find at the time, but I do have them access today, as well as a few others. So today we're going to be discussing the other various cutting tools, knives, etc., that you would carry. I'm not talking about saw blades today because I don't have any. I only have one saw blade, and it's just a simple folding saw, so nothing fancy about that. So after the commercial, please let me know. Let's get started. Autodesk Fusion is my first commercial. It's kind of a spreadsheet looking thing, maybe. I don't know. Do I have only the one? I don't know. I do have another one. Smithfield. I'm not sure what Smithfield is. Looks like a lot of food. Try refreshing your page, Rob. See what happens. I had that one I mentioned just now and some Smithfield, which I'm not familiar with. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. I'm showing three here somewhere. I don't know who the third person is, but it's got Rob, me, and somebody else. I do have the knives that I was mentioning earlier, which I'll be bringing out in a moment. As well as I'm going to move my phone because I'm sitting on it. Not a comfortable situation. Just saying. And I should be swapping out my hats for my channel's hat, which I'm going to be doing as well. Ta-da! Okay. Now, I don't know what the total laws are there in England or Great Britain or whatever, which way you decide to call it, Rob, on regards to knives and everyday carries. If you wanted to enlighten me, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to just go best we can moving forward. Because let me see here. There's that one. No, that one. Oh, here it is. There. The other one I was looking for. And that sounds like Jason just popped in, because Jason always pops in.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How you doing? I'll be right back. I need to get a refill.
Huh?
I need to get a refill on coffee.
Go right ahead. Okay, I've got some variations on some Moras that I've got here. I've got a 1960s trade knife I would like to show off that would be perfect for, various styles of go bags, get home bags, what have you. And a custom knife that Ian acquired a while back, which I wish I would have got one too, but I didn't. Okay, what does it mean by no zombie colors? Since there's no such thing as zombies, there's no technical zombie colors. Have you ever heard of zombie colors, huh? Yep, that's not in my color palette. Understandable there, Rob. I do have a book that you might be interested in. I'm not sure if you would or not, but this is one of the things I picked up from my various places that I go to. This is from 1983, and it says it's got philosophy, getting started, guns, clothing, accoutrements and equipment, survival skills, rendezvous, the lodge, women, and the crafts of. This is there's technically that's the front, that was the back. It says the same thing, just two different pictures on buckskinning, which is a very close approximation to bushcraft if you think about it. I also have another item which I'm going to be showing off later as soon as I remember where I placed it, which is generally the theme for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want me to go over that book, I can do so. Just various things. They do have a section on how to use flint and steel, which is really cool. But that's neither here nor there. And I'm sure Jason's got more than a few selection of knives and stuff that he has and carries and stashes and so forth. I'm not sure if he's able to show off Molly's neck knife or not.
No,
because she's probably wearing it, most likely.
No, I don't know where she has it.
Oh, well, that's a good answer too. But I don't have any representations of neck knives, so I can't. Of something that somebody would carry in a bug out bag or get home bag or itch bag or whoosh bag or whatever, that would be something you'd wear around your neck. I don't have any of those at the moment. Hey, Rob, how you doing?
We got Rob and Rob.
Yep. Rob and Rob. But I was able to find my 1960s trade knife.
Oh.
And like I said, it's the buck knife style, but it's not a buck knife. It's way too thin for that, as you can see. The profile is very thin, but the steel is wickedly phenomenal, and it is a full tang blade, as you can see. It is also very, very sharp. I made sure on that.
Yeah, Molly says our internet was kind of sketchy today, so
okay,
it is what it is.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, that's cool, Rob. If you were able to show us, that would be greatly appreciated. I found out why their StreamYard is having issues with Facebook, which is why I can't post to Facebook, the link to Facebook. So I would have linked all of you guys, like almost entirely everybody on Facebook on my thing if I get a chance to. But they're not doing something connectable. So
yeah, I use the Instagram, so.
Yeah, you're on there and everything, but I don't have everybody on Instagram.
Well, not everybody has all the social medias. I don't have them all. I just have only a handful of them.
Okay, so is Colin's what? My internet being spotty again? Jenny's not on the internet right now.
She froze earlier for about a fraction of a second.
I shouldn't be though.
I thought it was me.
It didn't show it on my end. Weird, because I haven't got any indications that I was. Let me check my internet speed just to be on the safe side. Internet speed check. Download speed 507.
Page free.
Upload 288, which is a little slower than I usually get.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I even get the 25. What's up, Drops?
.304, a little better. Nope, my upload speed is a little slow,
No,
which is
I'm
really
not
good.
going to 10 killer. We're going to the Arkansas one.
Hey Cage, hey Drops, hey Mandy, how you doing?
We're the one in Arkansas is in 3 weeks, and then 3 weeks after that, 3 or 4 weeks after that's going to be the Kentucky, I believe.
Are you going to both or just one?
No, we're just going. We only go to one.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Uh,
sure on that one.
Next year, because one is going to be so early in the year, we'll be able to save up some time and some money. We might do the EBR next year.
Which one is that?
The one in Phoenix area, Mesa.
Is that the air rifle one?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah. Just so we can go see my dad, see my mom, my brother, and my sister, and other family members.
And still hang out with some new people you haven't met yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But like I said, it's basically we'll be gone for about a week and a half.
Okay.
So we'll probably see my parents and family probably that Saturday through Wednesday. Wednesday is show up day, and then we'll probably leave Monday morning. And it's
Okay.
a 2 day drive each way.
Oh, I could show you guys off this real quick because this is something I just picked up from work.
What you got there, bud? It froze up on me. There it is. Ah, okay.
It doesn't have all the stuff in it, but it does have the brush part right there and the patch one.
Yeah, you have to get patches and the cleaning solution.
Oh, I've got that. It's in
Oh,
my little kit that I carry. It also has the oil and everything else, the break
you
free.
need some big patches for the shoddy.
No, actually, I could use. I've got a lot of bandages that would work just fine. 4x4s work great. Why? Because that's what I use in the
Now,
service.
what's the one with Nebraska? There, Drops. Is that another YouTube meetup that we didn't know about?
No, he said that he's just going to be going to Nebraska.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, they got some storms coming through either tonight and tomorrow for the 10 killer get together.
What is RH?
Hmm?
RH. I'd like the RH like negative or positive. My mom was RH negative when she had me, so she had to take pills. It's a blood thing.
Hold on a moment. Hold on.
Oh wow. Sorry to hear that there, Drops.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Now, I do have a new T-shirt I want to show you guys. I'm not sure if you guys seen it yet. Here, I'll show you.
Yep. Fit this deer in my freezer.
Thought that'd be appropriate. Come on, get me back down there. I don't want to be up here. Oh, here we go.
Now, like I said, just before I came on live, I was watching Jason and Tara there at the live at 10 Killer.
Oh, I haven't seen anything. I literally got home right before I was cooking supper before I came on here, so I didn't get a chance to look at anything until I turned on my computer.
Hi, Huga.
Hello, Huga. How you doing? Now, one of the things that we were discussing on Tuesday, which we were carrying over, is the knives that we would carry in our bug out bags. This one's not necessarily mine, but it is Ian's. but it was made by one of the members who was a former contestant on Forge and Fire. He did not win, but he was still a member, and hey, he competed who was better than anybody I know. So, but I need you guys to tell me what you guys think. Let me go big on this one so you can see it better.
Hold on. Looks
And
like
yes, it is just it's the way he gave Ian bought it. It came wrapped this way. I'm not sure who was it. You, Jason, that asked about wire wrapped items.
no.
Somebody did. Can't remember who it was. But Ian paid $20 for this. Actually, for a custom knife, that's really cheap. Adam is really, really freakingly good, and the spine is 90 degree too, so it'd be perfect for striking ferro rods.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any paracord. I need to get some, so I can wrap this bad boy up.
Well, the one thing I am a little jealous on Ian about is that Adam has a tendency to cross draw his knives. This is a left-handed sheath, the only left-handed sheath in the entire house, which I'm kind of jealous of. But it's not mine, it's Ian's. He paid for it with his own money. And it actually holds pretty well. So that's pretty cool. Well, Drops, it's not like he doesn't have a chance to put scales on it, because we do have scale material right here. We're waiting for it to come in. So we're going to try to have that scaled, get some proper scales on it as soon as we are able to afford it. I've heard about people using that one, Open Aisle 8. I don't own one of those. I've only heard about people who use them, but I don't know anything about them myself. How about you, Jason? You ever heard of that one?
No, I haven't.
Open Aisle 8. Give me a second here. Let me look that up so I can explain it.
I like the sheath on this. I really do.
On which one?
On
That's your Kydex sheath?
my lethal knife.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, because you can actually set it for right or left hand, or horizontal or vertical.
Okay. This is what he's talking about.
Oh, I've seen those before.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Yeah. There a lot of people had them a long time ago.
See, this just screws on the back of it.
Yeah, I remember when you got it. You showed me that.
Yeah. Well, people on here might want to know.
Well, let me put you big there where you can
Yeah.
Show it off a little bit better.
So yeah, so you can change the position on it, the right or left hand, or vertical up and down or horizontal.
Can you it just clips to your belt or whatever that? Can you make that into like a boot knife setup or not?
You probably could. I mean, me, I don't particularly care much for boot knives because
I'm just saying as an option. I'm just saying as an option that would maybe a possibility. But yeah, could you show your knife, please?
And you can actually set it up for a molly gear too, for molly strap, because this piece here is adjustable.
That's really cool. Let me see your blade, please.
I mean, you got to really push it off.
Yeah. Now, what steel is it made out of?
Oh, I have no idea. It doesn't say. But like I said, it's in there.
Be careful. If you slip and miss, you're going to be getting stitches. Oh, that's not. Well, hopefully that wasn't me.
Let's make sure the tip first. No, this will definitely. Oh, yeah. I mean,
you froze up for half a second, Jason.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to get a paracord for it and a leash.
A lanyard.
Leash.
Lanyard. Same thing.
If I'm carrying it up here on my pack, you better believe there's going to be a leash on it.
Oh, I can understand that. That way you don't drop it out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's
it's
good.
not coming out.
You look like a serial killer for a second there.
Well, I was trying to see if it would pop out of here,
I know.
and it's in there. That's why another reason why I like it. If I was to buy another knife, it'd be another one of these.
Well, if I would love to have the link where Molly got that for you from, that would be great.
Lethal knife. Just type in lethal knife.
You got any idea how much it was?
We got this one on sale, and I believe it was like $55, and it was on serious sale.
Okay. Let me do. How do you spell the name?
It is LETHALIFE.
Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled a little weird.
I got it.
Yeah. And it's veteran owned.
You got it off of Amazon?
No, we got them straight from the manufacturer.
Because I'm looking at one that's well, here I'll show you what I got.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I mean,
This is the tactical. I don't know if that's the same as yours or not.
Yeah, it's almost the same as the one I have.
And they saying it's like $29.95.
Yeah, but I got the Coyote tan.
I don't know about that one. It might be in here somewhere. I just don't know where it's at exactly.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the same blade?
It's really, really close. Yeah. I mean, mine's angled a little bit different. The handle's a little bit different.
Okay, this is the what version is called the tactical.
Yeah.
That might be a little different.
I don't think this was a tactical. I can't remember which one this one was called.
Yeah, I was at their website and this is what popped up. So I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna back up a little bit because I was at Lethal Life is where I was at. No, it's the same one. It keeps on coming up. Weird. They're everywhere, but I just can't find a direct link for that. Now, the K-Bar TDI, I'm not familiar with those because I'm not a. I mean, K-Bars are just too big for me. Generally, are they worth the money? Oh, most likely. It's just that you can do everything except fly with those things. I heard about some guy who did a full cabin with just his K-Bar. Now, well, I'm not talking full logs, but stuff like this. But yeah, he still made a little cabin with one of those. I don't know anything about Black Widow throwing knives, so I don't like throwing my knives. The only thing I like flinging is my arrows. And I did find a place online that actually has a dozen shabs in the draw weight I need for only $48. So that's going to be a good call for me. I just got to finish them more than I was wanting to. Okay. If you have a link for folks for the knives that you use, please post them.
Alrighty. Harbor Freight.
Nothing wrong with Harbor Freight, but I mean a link to actual page and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Though Harbor Freight, I'm not really a big fan of their.
Speaking of Harbor Freight, I just got a Harbor Freight commercial from you.
You got a Harbor Freight commercial from me?
Yes, I did. It's right there.
It was listening to you, Jason. It was listening.
Our devices are, yes, they are. Everybody thinks I'm kidding. No.
I got something called. Oh, I got GovX.
Surprised we haven't gotten one for Join the Space Force.
Nope. GovX is a if you're in the military or any like police, paramedics, anything like that, you can join them, and they got a lot of stuff that's reasonably priced. That was my first one. I'm waiting for my second one. I have no idea what it is yet. Private fishing charters near you, fishingbooker.com.
I had another Pluto TV.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Pluto TV.
I like Pluto TV.
Yep. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with them.
I get to see a lot of the old movies from the 70s and 80s.
I don't have them myself. I think Jenny might. But one of the some of the knives that Ian's got that I haven't showed off, because we went and individually chose knives different from each other for a reason. That way we know whose knives is whose. And there's something you should know about Ian's knife and why the sheath looks so ate up.
Because he's bored?
No. You know what he used it for?
Teething?
No. Tinder.
Oh.
Really thin shaved pieces of plastic catch fire really easily, especially when you're using a ferro rod. Surprisingly enough. But this is his first Mora that he got. And it's this, let's see if I can get that to show. There we go. Stainless. It's a nice little blade.
Yeah. I haven't even had to sharpen this thing yet.
His is actually very similar to what happened to mine on the back of the spine. As you can see, it's got a little groove on the back instead of, but it's also really thin compared to mine. But the other one, if you missed this other one, I'm sorry to say you're blind. I actually made him get this one because this way he would not lose his knife.
Yeah.
Now, this one, he doesn't use very much. Is his first carbon that he got. It doesn't say what, I mean, it's just a regular Markineff knife, but the blade, I'm not sure if it's the same length of blade or not. I think this one's a little, this one's a little thinner profile from top to bottom, but and probably about a half an inch to an inch longer than this one here. I don't know the names of the blades, and Ian really needs to take care of this one because this is the one he abuses a lot. But it's a really nice little carbon blade, and I got the green one. He got the orange one. Okay. I'll check that out. Drops. Okay. I'm not a big fan of throwing knives, like I said, because I don't like throwing away things that I could use.
Oh, yeah.
And retrieval is not very much fun, especially if you miss or they bounce, which does happen. Even arrows bounce. The orange one is the companion? Okay. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate it. Now, my... did I put one behind me? Yeah, I did. This one here... Sorry, this one here. I don't have much information other than it's a 1960s trade knife. This was pretty wicked. I mean, it's thin. It's very thin, but it's strong as all freaking get out. But the only thing I don't really like is the handle, the hilt, whatever you want to call it. It's a little small for my hands. It's a titch. I'm not quite, but almost. And there's no cross guard. but I have been able to use a ferro rod with this. And I think I might be able to try using a flint and steel setup if by going like this on the back of the blade. But that's cool too. So there's no information on the blade, folks. There's no numbers, no indicators, no stamps, nothing. So if anybody has any information on this kind of blade, let me know.
Nope, no information. I'm not a big knife guy, so
I understand. I'm still waiting for you to pull out your Lewis and Clark air rifle, Jason.
oh jeez, if I can afford one, I'd never shoot it because I would be afraid to break it if it was original.
Well, here's the thing with that one, Jason. You'd have your original, which you'd keep in a display, obviously. Then you have your reproduction.
No, I'll have no troubles getting a reproduction.
No. The reproduction would be exact copy of the one your original, but you'd be able to shoot it.
Like I said, I would love to have a Giardoni, like Lewis and Clark did.
Oh, I'm sure pumpkins work great, but they don't fight back.
Yep, you break some pumpkins every October.
Yep, carving up pumpkins is a good thing, especially if you can learn, someone in your family who can make pumpkin pie.
Yeah, but the solid blade is a lot safer.
What do you mean? I didn't hear what you said.
Those little saw blades you get in the kit for carving pumpkins
Oh,
are
yeah.
a lot safer, and you can get a lot better designs out of them.
I actually like using steak knives and paring knives. They work a little bit better for me for control-wise because the paring knives are a lot smaller. But that's
Those
just
are like blades because you can make your curves and your turns.
okay. William Rogers, I cut my way knife. I don't. Ooh, I would love to see that one. Rob, if you could show up on here and just show that one off, I'd be really interested in that one. The link is at the top of the chat, folks, if you want to come up. I will post it one more time just in case. I don't expect to see Clef until probably 8 o'clock or after, depending on the temperature in Albuquerque.
Or the wind or anything else.
Circumstances pending. Jason, what kind of neck knife does Molly have?
It's just a little shorty. I think it's
Who made it?
Oh, I have no idea. She bought it over the internet.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll probably end up showing that off somewhere, another live. Not today, obviously, since you're at work. Now, what's your favorite everyday carry, Jason?
My Klein.
Your Klein?
Yep. It's just a little work knife, 4 inches long. It does exactly what I need it to do.
Okay. Here's the picture of the one that Rob was talking about. Is I cut my way one.
Alrighty, there we go. There's a good picture of the Giardoni.
There's the one for Rob on the road. I don't know how long it is because I can't get an indicator. It looks short to me. But this is the air rifle that Jason and I were talking about.
Yeah, just remember Giardoni, and if you come across one, somebody's in the garage and they don't know what they have, get it.
If we happen to see it at the flea market,
the thing is,
I won't be able to afford it.
If they don't know what they have, give them give them under fair market value. Take it in and have it redone. All it is a couple of leather gaskets. Is all it is.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not cracked or anywhere.
Yeah, well, the buttstock is actually cast iron, and that is actually the tank,
Okay.
the air tank for it. But it's a multi-shot, and it's a 36 caliber.
Okay.
And these were actually originally made in the, I think, what, the 1600s.
I think so. I actually did research on these folks. Don't ask me how I ended up on researching that. I think I was actually researching Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, they had
That's
one.
the only thing I was doing. I was just curious about what I heard rumors that they use an air rifle. That's why I researched it, just to see what it is. But we're not going to be getting into air rifles at the moment.
But like I
That
said,
is really freaking cool. You should check it out.
yeah, I mean, it's a good bit of history. Actually, world history, I should say. So, the 1780s.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a good bit of history for everybody.
Okay. According to Rob on the Road, his knife here, I'm not sure, is a neck knife about 4 inches long.
Yeah.
The finger groove, that little loop right here. I don't know if it would be comfortable to hold or not. I like the fob, the little, lanyard thing. That's pretty cool. But yeah. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, the technology was so advanced at the time, the common person could not comprehend it. So that was one of the problems with it. They couldn't keep it maintained. That'd be specialized.
So one Lewis or Clark had to be specialized somewhat. One of the two.
Yeah, they were introduced to it. They learned how to use it
and maintain it.
Take care of it and maintain it. Yeah. Like I said, there's a big couple of things on YouTube that you can actually watch, and they tell you about it.
What's the rate of? What's the feet per second on those?
Muzzle, like 800.
Okay.
But like I said,
to about probably my pistol I have in the
yeah, it's not regulated. It's as the more shots you take, the less velocity it gets.
Obviously.
And they use a hand pump to pump that thing up.
Ooh. They're still using hand pumps to pump those things up.
Oh yeah.
Because if they put anything else, they'd probably explode.
Yeah, Rob, go check it out if it's there.
I'm sure
quite a few of them around.
I'm sure Jason would be interested in seeing a video tour of that particular item.
Oh yeah. Now
He'd be there with bells on.
Now I have never seen a real one, an authenticated one, but I have seen and held a reproduction.
Okay.
And even the reproduction is expensive.
Oh, I'm sure. Let's see here. Oh. Now, black powder wise, because usually what Lewis and Clark would have to dealt with is bringing along black powder, or flintlocks mainly, or wheel locks. I'm not sure if that was the little bit before or after that time period or not, because I'm not. Huh? Oh, he's going to be right back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, like I said, I'm not sure what the time period was with wheel locks or flintlocks at that particular point in time. I know they had the access to the air rifle, obviously, but I mean, I got a lot of the different variations in this book right here. They talk about a lot about those styles. I've heard about wheel locks and flintlocks, and the percussion caps. Those are more modern, but we'll discuss. We'll probably do a whole thing on knives later down the road.
I mean, I should do a history one, but there's been so many people that have done the history already of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, different crew. People may have done it on YouTube, but each of you have your own niche that you normally fall into.
Oh, yeah.
And not everybody in your niche have seen it.
Oh, yeah.
So you may be opening it up a new subject for a new person because they have never heard or seen anything like it. So don't take into account that someone else has done it before, okay? Because You have access to people that they didn't have access to.
Well, like I said, a lot of the guys that did it were also air gun geeks too, as well.
Exactly. And the thing is, you are our air rifle geek, as
Yeah.
you just so you have a following that people might be interested in seeing the history and the other things like that. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I find the
I don't have
science
a problem
behind
with
it
it.
fascinating. Yes, I know.
You can ask Molly about her neck knife where you got her.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
Well, I said you ask her; she might know.
I don't know if she remembers.
But that's down the line on the muskets and air rifles. But that'd be more. The air rifles will be on his side. I am still looking forward to get my first black powder. It's down the
It's
road.
fun. It's fun. You'll like it.
Oh, I know. I've been to many events where they went off. It's just the fact is, I just felt left out because I didn't have one.
Yeah,
Now,
I would have joined the group, but they meet on Saturdays, and those are my work days.
right. The main thing for me is that's not bug out bag. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. Is that I don't need a 50 caliber. It's not necessary to do anything you need to do with a 50 caliber. A 45 works just as well.
32.
Well, they didn't have them in the kits that I could find.
Yeah.
They're not in 32.
Yeah, those
They're in
ones.
45 or 50.
Yeah.
So I don't have much of a choice because I wanted to do a kit that allows me to learn how to maintain it. The only way you can do that is you put it together yourself.
Yeah, and those ones are actually used for small game.
And the thing is, I don't need anything more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not planning on taking down an elephant or anything, or even a buffalo. That's way too much. No one needs a 50. Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's a bragging thing, and I do have one.
Oh yeah. But and also
Not a
the
modern one, but a black powder.
I would have to learn how to use a right-handed black powder.
I told you, you just get an inline.
They
You won't have
don't
to worry
sell them in the kits for me that I can afford. As much as I would love to, they're out of my price range. Even if I had them, the money I had earlier this year. No,
Check out Gunbroker; they're on there.
I want to, like I said, I want a kit, something that's never been shot before. I want to be able to learn how to do it myself.
And proof it and everything else, yeah.
Because that way I know I learned how to maintain it proper. Hey, CR, sorry for not saying much.
Tyler? Oh, that Tyler. I know too many Tylers. I'm sorry.
Well, Tyler should be popping in later because Tyler's probably live right now.
I don't know, I'm checking right now.
I haven't looked any other places, so I don't know. Steve Wallace is on. I don't see Tyler.
Neither do I. He was. He was only live for like 22 minutes. His battery must have died.
Yeah, he ended 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Leather work and hang out. Okay. Well, if he wants to show up here, he's more than welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'll show up for your lives, but not mine.
Sorry. I've known him longer.
I know.
CB? Who the heck is CB? At least I'm not eating CR. I already ate my supper.
I need to go get my supper. So,
what do you have for supper tonight?
leftovers.
I had cheeseburgers. We already had pre-made patties. We just used our George Foreman. Nothing fancy, but we used mild cheddar cheese and We ran out of pickles, unfortunately. But cutting tools. While he's doing all that, uh, one of the things that people mention a lot of, is their favorite cutting tool is their hatchets, axes, and machetes, what have you. I do not have a machete of my own, so I showed off Ian's version of one on Tuesday. Now, does anybody have a favorite hatchet, axe, machete, what have you, that you would be willing to put into your bug out bag, your get home bag, your inch bag, or your whoosh bag? I know whoosh bag's more for information, but that's, that kind of thing. If you do, inform me, inform us what that would be and what the good points and bad of that item that you have acquired since you attained it. Because I've got cutting tools, but not blade wise. I'm throwing in axes because they do have an edge. But I have, like I said, I do not own a machete. I do have I have a full blown Colan's axe. Yes, I got it for the name just because. But I like to use. I don't have a double bitted axe or anything like that. Okay, the parang, is that like a Gurkha knife, Rob? Because I'm not sure. East Wings? I'm not familiar with that one there, CR. Okay. I wasn't sure. I've seen people in movies and stuff, MCIS particularly, with that one. NCIS Los Angeles, to be precise, had a Gurkha on there that carried one of those, I believe. But I don't know much about them. I am not a blade guy per se. I know broadheads. I know, archery points. I know a little bit about moras. I know a little bit about the hatchets, my tomahawks and stuff that I carry. But that's it. Now, I don't own a full-blown tomahawk. I just got some really nice throwing hatchets that I carry. Okay. But like I said, this is just a cheapy $10 hatchet that I love to carry, which works really well. I need to sharpen it up a lot more than I have, because one of the things I do need that I don't own is a puck. I've been meaning to get one, but I don't have one at the moment. That's on my list of things to acquire to help maintain any and all of my blades.
Commercial.
Oh, what'd you get?
Okay. I'm not familiar. I know about the kukri, but I wasn't sure if that was the one, what I was trying to pronounce. But thank you for correcting me there, Rob. I really appreciate it. Now, Jason.
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting your supper. Please forgive
Yes.
me. Favorite axe?
One that's not broken.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But I meant brand, style. Hatchet, full-blown axe.
I really don't,
single-headed.
because I just get whatever's on sale.
I was just, I just figured you would have a particular one you would go out of your way for.
No, not really.
Okay. Like I said, I've got these right here. I got two of these, two different types. This one here is not particularly like what you call an expensive knife, blade or hatchet. It only cost me $10 at the Deer Classic a few years ago, but the blade is in severe need of proper sharpening. I'm not very good at sharpening things. I can sharpen broadheads, but bigger things I'm not so good at. That's a skill that I should need to correct. but I haven't done it yet. Yes, I did. I have to ask the question. Now, hatchet, tomahawk, single axe, bladed axe, boy's axe, boarding axe, going that route, double bitted axe, felling axe. They are blades of a type, not necessarily all the different style knives that we were discussing, but I mean, those are considered to be part of your carry for the bug out bag, possibly. Um, I don't know if anybody has the one that actually has that Ian found one once of it was a hatchet that turned into a bow saw. I'm not sure if Jason's have heard of those or not.
Nope, don't know about them.
You've never heard about those?
Nope.
Oh, I gotta see if I can find that one. Give me a second. Okay, this one's a Zippo 3-in-1. That's what it's called. I don't know much more about it than I'm just saying right now, but I've heard about them. As you can see, it's a hatchet and a bow saw. They call it an axe saw. I don't know how well that would technically work. I'm assuming the third tool in one is probably some kind of hammer. It's got a heavy tent stake mount. I mean, they got other versions of those, but I'm not sure. Pretty much CR. Ian found one in the clearance aisle at Walmart once, and we were planning on going back to get it, and it was gone. So Schrade makes a version of it. Zippo makes a version of it, and I don't know if anybody else does. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to find it. I found on it's supposed Schrade makes it called a mini Schrade. I'm not sure what the name of the thing. SCH mini axe saw combo for like $50. I don't know if that's it or not, but not so much as the Zippo one, which makes it into a boat triangle saw, I guess. True, they do talk about. I mean, you could obviously see once it gets down to the where the handle back of the saw blade, but I could see where it have its merits, but I wouldn't know if it'd be practical. So I only have one saw like that. I do carry a couple. I do have a couple bow saws. That's the old school kind, and I have my folding saw, of my Black & Decker one, but that's about it. I don't know much more about saw blades and things like that because my dad was the guy who worked at a sawmill. He knew saw blades, not me. It wasn't the fact that I didn't want to learn, but that he's never really talked about them before he passed. Hey, Fran, how you doing? Glad you can make it. find out who Freya is. I have no idea who Freya is. They joined in 2007, and they have a couple shorts. They look young. I have no idea. Can you actually do a multi-day hike in the UK? Unlike in Texas, where Jason's from, you could probably fit the whole of UK in Texas.
I think you can fit it in.
Huh?
I think you can fit it in Ohio.
Oh, it's Jarrett. Freya's Jarrett. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, Will, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it.
And Mystic Knits.
That's Will. He's your companion in arms when it comes to air rifles. He's got his own, what's that, server.
Pyramid.
Huh? Not Pyramid. Starts with a D.
Starts with a D?
I think so. I have no idea. He invited me there. I went for a little bit, and I was totally confused. But he knows air rifles. Him and his friends discuss it at great length.
Oh yeah.
When I mean great length, it's like I apologize for this statement, but it's like when you and Cliff start talking about gardening, my eyes kind of glaze over. Not by choice; it just sort of happens.
Yeah,
because I'm way over my head.
Well, like I said, I am a person of many talents.
I understand that, but the thing is, I do my best to hang in there, and I make my comments when I can, because my limited experience, I do try. Discord, that's the one.
Oh, okay.
See, started with a D. I just couldn't remember it. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that one to me before.
Yeah.
So you guys can get together and do your old air rifle thing. Now, well, you and Jason are like two peas in a pod when it comes to air rifles. You two can talk about that stuff all day long. It's like me and archery. I could talk about that all day long. Okay, cool. I actually have some stuff coming, and I want to send something I have to send to Blake if he ever shows up.
No, only down. Only down. Yeah, Blake actually came up onto the live stream last night.
I was there.
Yeah.
I just got really freaking tired.
He was there for a while.
I'm surprised he didn't die.
He did.
Otherwise. I would love to see some of the routes, Rob, about your multi-day hikes in the UK. You probably end up going up into Scotland in order to get them that far, but it'd be interesting to see nonetheless. And maybe going through Wales as well. Okay, understandable. Well, you're very good at lurking. I'm okay with it. You're here. That's all that matters.
I'll be right back.
Okay, folks. Now, Rob, your bug out bag, how much does it weigh? Hey, Ghost, glad you can make it. Since I haven't seen you yet, what is your favorite blade to carry in your bug out bag, get home bag, what have you? Please.
Hello, Ghost.
Okay. Just thought you might know the routes and stuff. Because I would love to see the routes you would take and that kind of thing. Um, Jason doesn't know what his you have a bug out bag for you and your wife and kids or no?
Yeah,
Do you know how much they weigh?
mine's mostly kind of only 60% full, and it's pretty light.
Yeah, your knife.
My bag's running around about 25 pounds. It's pretty light.
Well, South Florida, Doug, he asked me about mine a while back, and I finally weighed mine, and it turned out to be like just under 25 pounds. It's just not well. It's not distributed, packed well because my pack is not what you call ideal. Because if to me a bug out bag would have internal framing of some kind to give because something to give more support to carry it long term.
Yeah.
My opinion, I prefer something with a frame because that way your back's not getting tired, your hips are not getting tired, whatever, and you're not putting all that weight in one location. But we all discussed the bags themselves probably at another day because I need a new bag because one of my zippers broke. Well, the thing is, carrying capacity depends on what you plan on carrying. I mean, even though mine was 24.9 pounds, I do have a couple of other things I didn't put in my gear because this is my get home bag, not my bug out bag, which are two completely different things.
Yeah. Like I said, I still have a lot of my external stuff is actually packed internal right now.
Right.
So I can grab stuff and swap and go.
Yeah, the bags tend to morph and switch around because it depends on many things. First and foremost, season.
Oh, yeah.
Second, is it a get home bag or is it a get out of home bag?
Oh, mine's the emergency get home.
Okay. Well, mine is too right at the moment. Is it for a multi-day trek home, which I know yours wouldn't be because you're like freaking close. But mine, since I work in Des Moines, but I live in Newton, would technically might be an overnight trip.
Yeah.
Because
rarely do I leave more than 5 miles.
Correct. Okay, I've heard of the MK2 Gerber, but I don't know much about that one. So please, I would love to hear more about that one. I've heard about it, not know anything about it. My dad had a K-bar. It disappeared after he passed away. I have no clue where it went to because he was a Marine, and I only use the term Marine was because he's past tense because he passed away. And I know Jason's going to tell me he went and regrouped.
Yeah.
He always says that. He's not wrong, but he forgot to, forward his orders to the rest of his family and say where he's going. Range and duration is a big difference too. I mean, like I said, Jason's distance to get home would be a short walk.
Yeah, 1.7 miles.
Myself, 50 miles. That's a 2-day trip at least. With my injury, probably a little longer, especially with Jenny in tow, because we're not in the best of shape, and fitness is a big part of all this too, which is something we're going to discuss at a further date down the line, way down there when I get to a point where I can actually do something about it. Ooh, like I said, I've heard about that one. I don't know much about it, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is, but it's not, I mean, I've backpacked further. But that was also when I had both use of both legs without injury. Hello, Molly. I hope you feel better soon. I know the coughing thing sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I wish she was better, that she didn't have to do that. But It happens.
Yeah.
Jenny has the same problem. And yeah, inclines can make a short distance seem longer. Like one of the trails that I went to, the Yellow River State Forest, wasn't a straight line. It went up, plateaued, went up, plateaued, went up, plateaued, turned, went up, plateaued, and so forth, all the way up to the top of the hill, towards the watchtower. And I will tell you this: I was freaking exhausted by the time I got to the top of that hill. Ian was just slightly less winded than I was, because he wasn't used to going up that hill any more than I was. But he had less weight to carry. I don't know anything about the offset one. I've never heard of that one until just now. But I heard the MK1 and 2. Now, like I said, I've got some specialty knives, which is a custom one that belongs to Ian. And I have my Moras. And Ian's got his Moras. And a few other oddballs, such as my skinny knife and so forth. But specialty knives, such as the K-Bar and the MK1 and 2, I mean, even though I was military for 16 years, I was a medic. I didn't deal with a lot of big knives in general, other than making sure the soldier who had one kept it with his gear. It depends on season, CR, about what will slow you up and how far you're planning on going, and if you're going to or from. If you're coming from, say, work to home, that's your bug home. Get home bag. If you're going to a location, like your bug out bag, obviously, like Rob was discussing, that's a different one. If you're not coming home at all, that's your imp bag. That's another one. You carry different things for different times. Also, you got the amount of food you have to carry, the amount of medical supplies you have to carry.
Excuse me.
Footwear, big thing, by the way. That's a really big thing. And by the way, we just got in a pair of Army desert combat boots, steel toe, size 7D. I know that's a small foot. Probably a woman's footwear, but we got one in at work. They'll probably sell it for about maybe $10. Just saying. But if anybody knows knives better than me, I would love to have them up on the panel, because I know Jason knows some things about knives.
Yeah.
But not everything. Now, blades he used in conjunction with his his work that he did before being a pest hunter and everything, I'm sure he knows everything about those. But, even though that would be technically could be something he could be carrying too, because that's what he knows.
Yeah.
Say if you're trying to, I don't know, what kind of blades did you use in your work, your former work?
Just a regular pocket knife and a box cutter.
I do carry my box cutter, and I do carry my Gerber suspension, but I discussed that last on Tuesday. I do have my Mora, my Moras that I carry with me, but I keep my fire version in my truck. But I do have something to show people who have not seen it yet that I think is really cool. It's something that belonged to it didn't belong to my dad. It was because of my dad. I think I showed you this already, Jason, about when my dad's honor guard did the 21 gun salute.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah.
Well, this was sent to me by Cliff from Poxit Outdoors. This is from my dad's 21 gun salute at his funeral. It turns out that they fit together. So I plan on using this as my handle for my 1/2-inch ferro rod. And it holds pretty decent too. I mean, it's got a little bit of a suction, obviously. And I do plan on leather wrapping it for temperature reasons. Not that I'm going to get burned or anything. In case it gets too cold, I don't want to get frostbite. Okay, now that's something most people didn't talk about traveling with pets. Now, is that for more of a bug out bag situation or an inch situation, or is that something else?
It could be anything.
I mean, because he says that his dog has a pack of his own. I've heard a lot of people who do have pets who have their own packs, but most of the ones I've seen, with a few exceptions, they carry their own food. And in one case that I know of, this one guy carried a Glock. His dog carried a Glock for him. Since he was not legally allowed to carry due to where he was located at, there was no law against his dog carrying. So that was interesting to see that he got around that loophole. That's cool. I've got my EDC doesn't have anything like that. I don't have any firearms that I carry. I mean, I do have a bow that I carry in my truck, but that's about it.
Oh, commercial engine, Valvoline.
Valvoline?
Well-oiled machine keeps it going longer.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what I got?
Harbor Freight.
No, Valvoline. Valvoline global operations. Now, by the way, just not to pry too much there, Ghost. How much does your gear weigh? Your bag? Mine weighs 24.7 pounds. Now, does that have everything in it that I need? No. Because I would put in food. Is one of the things I would probably add. Nothing like most people think. I'll probably put some jerky, some instant potatoes, something simple that I can just heat up and go. Because if I'm on my way home, I don't need much.
Pardon me.
120. Wow, that's pretty good. CR got a food ad. And
I always
power
have to
tools.
get something to eat.
I don't know. Have you eaten supper yet, CR? Because we've been trying to avoid talking about the edible situation. And it is after 8:15 and still no Cliff.
Yeah, well, he's probably eating before he comes on.
It's not like he hasn't done it before.
Yeah.
None of us, we all have done that. I carry a 4-day pack of medication, which I'm going to be upgrading to a 6-day pack. Jenny got me a new pill case for that. Allowed me for 6 days. Only thing I would add, though, I really need to pick up some more of a medical kit, because such as things for moleskin, what do they call the liquid bandage stuff, that kind of thing. Because blisters are no joke when you're walking.
No, they're not.
And proper footwear is a big must. My biggest issue right now for me is that I need new boots. I have for a long time. It's just the fact is that I can't find them in my size. Length, I can find every day. Width, not so much. Because I've got what my wife calls hobbit feet. Extremely wide. So,
Better to walk on snow.
what was that?
It's easier to walk on snow. Wide feet.
Well, it also works great on walking on sand too, on wet sand too. That way you don't sink in wet sand. Great for swimming, but I can't swim right now with my knee being what it is.
Yeah, you got built-in fins.
Yeah, I've been joked about that too. But I should measure the width of my feet just to see what people think. Jenny knew the width at one time, but I've got a measuring thing right here. Let me see. What is the width of my foot? Yeah, my foot at the widest part is 5 inches wide, which is quite wide for a foot. Well, replacement parts do require something to give you some kind of traction. I've heard about a lot of people who have parts specifically for walking long distances. Now, in case of those have amputations and replacements and things like that, bionic parts, that's a little bit out of my purview, other than watching the Bionic Man on TV way back in the day. And a few episodes of some medical shows that showed the newer bionic limbs. So you're on your own on figuring that particular thing out, as well also your comfort zone and what you think you can handle. Or if you're really, really freaking stubborn, because that sometimes carries the day more often than not, but not also necessarily in a good way. Glad you're still here, CR. Now, I like walking around with hiking boots generally, though I do have a really nice pair of sandals that I do like to hike in because my feet breathe. I don't have to worry about them sweating so much, and I don't have to worry about my feet blowing out the side. These are Dunhams. You can see how wide those things are. I find these really, really freaking comfortable. I've had these for years. They're not wore out, surprisingly enough, like some of them will. They're starting to wear thin on the heels, but I've hiked in these many times. Well, I'm sure you do, Ghost, and I'm sorry about that. Fit is always the biggest issue. Now, is it just the one leg or is it just both? Well, you could at least wear one sandal, just the left one. That's something at least. But the right one is all about how your stump handles it, I guess. I haven't worked with a lot of amputees, let me correct myself. I have, but not in that particular way. As a medic, I run into quite a few. Well, sorry, let me correct myself once again. Former medic. I know. It was worth a shot, Ghost. Just worth a shot. No, I've seen build up on sandals before.
What was that?
So you should be able to do that, technically. Now, the fit of the sandal might need to be stitched a little tighter because of the sliding factor or possibility. But that's about all I can think of. I'm not talking about wearing flip-flops or anything like that, but a good braced sandal should work. That's why I mean I like my Dunhams, but Jenny says there's another kind that. Hey, hon, what was the name of the sandals that you said you can get from work? Drew? Yeah, Drew's. I'm not familiar with Drew's. I've seen a few from her workplace, but in case I want to replace these. Normally, I mean, where I work at, I deal with a lot of shoes. You can see toe prints and everything if everybody wears them every day. I wear these sparingly, but I find them very comfortable. I don't like it when they get wet though, because they are leather. And I've worn them in cold weather, but not snow. Oh, I can understand about that being out of alignment and stuff. I wear a knee brace, and it throws my whole body dynamic out of the whack. Not quite the same as your situation, but my hips get sore from time to time. I'm sorry, folks. My co-host is being really quiet. I think he might be eating.
No, he went to get me a coffee.
Oh, I didn't realize he was doing that. How are you doing, Molly?
Okay, how are you doing?
Sore, but I expect to be that for a while until I get my surgery. Still no word on that either. But they're going to be making me bionic parts, though, Ghost. They're going to supposed to be replacing my knee. Now, I'm sorry I don't get supercharged knees for it, but something's better than nothing.
CR says hi.
Hi, CR.
Yeah, coffee.
Okay, that makes sense, Ghost. Now, Ghost actually has an interesting situation with having an artificial limb compared to some. So that's an interesting perspective. Jason, you froze. Okay, froze. Just let you know, Jason froze. If you're still here, folks, please put a 1 in the chat. That way I know you're here. Because we're supposed to be discussing knives and such, but we're discussing a little bit of everything, apparently. Mostly EDC stuff. I'm sure it does. I mean, a lot of the guys I talk to when I was in the service, it does change your lives. Not just legs. Looks like I lost Jason. He should be popping in soon. I'll put the link back in the chat just in case anybody's interested. Jared, how you doing, brother? Glad you're here. I am going to be working the Amana Fair, but only Saturday, Sunday, Monday, not Saturday, because Jenny wants to go see her parents. That's the only reason why we're not doing all 3 days, and the second weekend as well. One. Good enough for me. Will, good for me. Good enough for me. Now, Will, well, I got you here. What's your do you have a favorite blade in your bug out bag, if you have one, or get home bag, or whichever it is? And what is it? On another secondary similar note, how much does your bag weigh? Right now, my get home bag, like I said previously, weighs about 24.7 pounds. Unfortunately, it does not include food. It does have coffee. It does have water. And it has several stoves for heating water and filtering water and stuff like that. The food's the only thing I don't have in there. But that's to be changed as I go. I need a new bag, something with a little bit more internal framing, but I got to figure out where I can get a decent one at a reasonably affordable price. So if you guys got any suggestions on that route, I'd greatly appreciate it. And like I was saying about Ian's blade here, works really well. Got a really good 90-degree spine on this one. And the handle worked out well, and Ian's knife worked out amazingly well. We got a 2 from and Jason is back.
Yep, spotty internet.
We knew that was going to be a possibility.
Yep,
Yeah.
we are experiencing some minor technical difficulties.
You guys having like an electrical storm or something going on in your area? Or?
Nope. It's been going on. I think we might have to replace our cable outside again.
The one that got flooded?
No, squirrels.
Oh. Well, that should tell me you need to start taking care of your squirrels problem.
Yeah, I'm not that hungry yet for squirrel.
Has
And
nothing to do about being hungry. Keeping your internet up and running.
Yeah, they're just being a nuisance. I'm just blaming it on the squirrels. I don't know if it is really them.
Well, I mean, I remember a while back when you said you opened it up and it, like water came out.
It has nothing to do with the bridge construction.
What about sunspots?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm just making a joke, but yeah.
It was the wind.
Now,
we probably got cracks in the line again, and it probably leaked water in there.
you said a lot of water came in and out of it the last time. You got to change it.
That's what I was told. So,
yeah, we were discussing shoes. Especially dealing with ghosts being peg-legged. Sorry for the not trying to be rude or anything. It is what it is, or you could call it a hiccup situation. Doesn't make you any less a warrior. Just makes you.
Actually, I can see ghosts dressing up on Halloween as a pirate. I really could.
Well, it's his right leg, so he could be Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. Older version.
Yeah.
No, I actually seen a guy at Comic-Con do that. Yeah, he was missing his lower leg. He actually did dress up as the guy who lost his leg. Hiccup.
Yep.
He had the hinge, the whole 9 yards. He made it look exactly like it, and he had it functional somehow. No, not Jack Sparrow, because Jack had both his legs. I don't think. Was there one that didn't have his legs? I didn't see any. Did you? I'm sure you've seen the movies, Jason.
Which ones?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Any of them. I don't remember anybody being peg-legged.
Off the top of my head, I cannot remember.
There was the one guy who had an eye missing. But that's it.
I don't know if it was maybe one of the other ones that might have had one.
Maybe.
I know it was in Treasure Island.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got to have your armor put on. Now, would you still put armor over your bad leg or not? To hide that you have a bad leg? Because if they try to shoot your bad leg and they realize you're not stopping.
Now, I can see Following Ghost having a hidden compartment in his calf for a
A knife or a Glock or something.
A G18.
What's a G18?
A Glock pistol.
That's what I just said, Glock. Did I not say Glock?
Yeah, like RoboCop.
Or it could be a Derringer even.
Yeah. Twist his knee the right way and it pops open.
Yep.
That would be cool.
40 pounds is decently weighted.
No, I can see having that lower leg of a RoboCop. Twist his knee
I can see
right,
it.
Pops out.
Yeah, I can understand that too. Well, because I've got an over a 50-mile walk. Because right now I'd even be even further because I'd have to walk to the other side of Des Moines first to pick up Jenny, then start walking home.
I don't know. That would be an awesome YouTube short. Have him,
What?
sit down, twist his knee right, and it pops out. It pulls it out and shoots a target.
Well, okay. I'm not sure if you remember any of the episodes of the A-Team.
Yeah.
There was this one South American, I don't know what to call him, a dictator or something, warlord maybe, that had a shotgun built into his leg.
Oh, yeah. That's been in several movies as well.
And he always made a point of putting his leg up on the table, pointing right at the person he's talking to.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his lower leg would look like the armor of RoboCop.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That would be awesome.
I don't know if that's a possibility. I mean, I'm sure somebody's tried to do it. I'm sure. Yes, we're having an A-Team moment. Would you be Murdoch there, CR?
Stand by. Interruption.
Okay. Now, I would say the A-Team van was fully equipped with all the EDC they could carry. With exception of blood. Though BA and Murdoch shared the same blood type. I have no idea about Face or Hannibal. That's a whole different EDC that they would probably carry with them in that van of theirs. And here he comes. Better late than never.
There's a tired fox in the basement.
No, you're not.
Oh, by the way, it's not Face. It's Starbuck.
Yes, I know it's Starbuck.
Just remember, not once did he ever crash a plane.
Who?
He relocated it with extreme prejudice due to lack of lift and thrust.
Are you talking about Murdoch?
Yep.
He never crashed a plane. Not once.
Nope. But I do like one part of the new movie they did. It explains why BA was afraid to fly with Murdoch.
Because he's crazy?
He walks that thin line between insanity and genius. Hence the reason when he had the IDs wrong and he spoke Swahili. But there was a reason why he spoke Swahili in the movie.
Because he's a Swahilan?
Exactly. Which was really funny. Oh, he heard you.
It's my favorite Macus attack as a caddis, a wackus.
Oh, you forgot McCrackus.
Wackus. Smackus.
What kind of pasta do you have tonight, if you do?
Lasagna.
Ah,
Lasagna!
Now,
That's
we were talking with Ghost, Cliff, and we're talking about the bug out bag situation and stuff like that. And Will's in here, by the way. So he's
For once, she's actually not on the road.
he's home. He's making spaghetti and everything. His get home bag weighs about 40 pounds.
Yeah, I said, oh, I thought that was, I don't know why I thought that was Blake's comment for some reason.
Blake hasn't been in. I am unable to post to Facebook from StreamYard. Don't ask me what's going on with that.
go
Welcome
to
back, Will.
YouTube and repost it from there.
I tried that. I was trying to share from YouTube. It wouldn't work.
Good evening, Will, Molly, Jason, Jenny.
Rob and Rob are here, as well as Jarrett.
Oh, Ghost?
So
No,
Ghost is someone else. Just for men ad? Okay. Let's see what I got. I got.
didn't get one this time.
I got DestinyTheGame.com. I'm not a gamer. I don't know why it would be there.
Ah. That Jarrett.
Yep.
Oop, and Drops in here too, apparently.
Yeah, Drops was here too. And the next one I got is Jackery.com. Finally got a decent one.
Oh, hold on. What's this?
Will, you just need to get yourself a good water filter. That way you don't have to worry about carrying water. Only problem is you got to find water to use the water filter with.
Well, you and I have the same filter. We need to figure out about getting some spares. Because if I can find some spares, I'll send you one.
Oh, I can find spares. Yours is
I
expensive.
can't find spares that I can afford. They're
Yeah, that's the
expensive as
problem.
all get out. That's why I was thinking about going with the Sawyer Mini or something like that, because they're cheaper and easier to find.
Actually, for some reason, I was at Walmart and they stopped carrying the Sawyer products. They went all the
They
life.
did. You can still order them online. You cannot order them. You can't pick them up there.
Yeah, I have REI and Sportsman's Warehouse, which is technically now Cabela's Junior. We'll pick it up over there. I have like 3 of them anyway. But
Yeah, I can understand about the redundancies. I only have the one filter. I almost picked up a Life Straw water bottle from work. They only wanted like $2 for it. But I'm not really a big fan of Life Straw.
No, I don't like Livestock. After watching Lars eat through like 4 of them. Oh, sorry. God damn it! Now I forgot his channel name. Oh my God, he's a Russian. Freaking what the heck is his channel name?
Crazy Russian Hacker?
No, that's Taras.
He does some, but he hasn't done a lot of stuff like that in a while. Now he's into Pokemon for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now.
He's doing Pokemon
Well,
now.
I know he's doing that, but I don't know why.
I don't know either.
Survival Russia. Jesus.
You've talked about it, but I've never really watched it. But now, let's see. I've got the one. Mine is a Katadin hiker, very similar to what Cliff's got. Literally, we could probably share filters if we had to. But
Yeah, I think it's
like
the
you said,
exact same filter.
the hikers or the Hiker Pro, as they're called now, they are not cheap, unfortunately.
No, the filter itself is like almost as much as the whole unit.
Yeah, it's like it could be just easier just to buy a whole new one. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't really have a GHB because all my GHB stuff is in my truck.
yours is more EDC, Cliff. Oh, speaking of EDC, did you ever get a chance to replace all of the stuff in your wallet?
No, because some of that stuff they don't make anymore.
No, I understand the stuff. You know, some of the stuff I'm talking about. The major important stuff.
I still haven't even bought me a wallet.
And the next thing you know, you got like 16 wallets showing up at your door.
No, I'm very particular about the wallets I get.
Yeah,
Wallets are expensive,
Yeah, they are.
especially a good leather one, like 70 bucks, 60, like 60 bucks.
Apparently, Bass Pro has the water filter cartridge for us, $54.95.
Yeah, it's cheaper to buy the whole unit.
No, the new ones are like 80 something.
Yeah, it's still cheaper to buy a whole unit.
Hey Blake, how you doing? Glad you can make it.
Blake?
An ED, erectile dysfunction?
Nope, I don't have that.
I wouldn't know, and I don't want to know. No, I did find Ian's custom knife, Cliff. If you want to see it, it's actually pretty cool.
Well, it's up to you. It's your channel.
I know, but I showed it off earlier. There it is.
Been there, seen it.
See? But actually, I'm actually more. I like the sheath better than I do anything else. Even though I do like the knife, it's the fact that it's a left-handed sheath. Because Adam made it for himself and he sold it to Ian for $20. So now, be well, Ghost. Hope you feel better soon.
Oh, later's Ghosty. That's what vodka's for.
But I think it's one of the things we were discussing is that could Ghost, with his artificial leg, hide something in it? Like a gun or something. Some
Like
kind of
RoboCop.
weapon.
Like RoboCop.
Pull off a RoboCop situation. Yeah, it depends if it's above or below the knee, though.
Watch enough animes, you can probably turn it into a miniature rocket launcher. Walking around with an RPG.
Can you imagine if his kneecap was like a little mini hand grenade or something?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Just pull it, just chuck it.
You can go full on Inspector Gadget.
No, Cyborg.
Yeah, I can see Crispy 911 or Crispy 11 doing that too.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't even bother with the secondary action of having to pull it off and then pull the pin.
It automatically, as soon as you pull it,
you pull it and throw it. That way somebody's set and ready to go.
They already did that in a movie. It was in one of those Matt Helm movies from way back in the day. If you know who that is.
Don't ring the bell.
Give me he was Dean Martin playing a secret agent, Matt Helm. And he had these buttons. If you pull the button off his jacket, starts whistling really loud, you got to throw it because as soon as the whistling stops, it goes boom.
Mini bombs.
Yeah, it was like the spy movies from the 60s and 50s and 60s were just amazing with Matt Helm and In Like Flint and the Flint movies as well as James Bond movies.
Or
They had all the EDC they could handle.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll catch an episode of Sea Hunt.
Now, Sea Hunt I liked. I still do.
Yeah, I mean, it
I
was
watch
kind of
that all day long. I don't get bored with it.
and that's what he used to do before he became an actor. He was
A frog man.
trying to be a marine biologist.
You need a quartermaster. What you need is a family that you can have a quartermaster be a part of your family.
I'm good with quarters.
I'm quarter Yeti now.
I got a quarter.
I've eaten a quarter of this lasagna.
I'm still 3/4 Bigfoot though. Sasquatch.
I'm a 1/8 Cherokee. About the best I can do. But I'm mostly Irish and English. The
I'm
English part I'm
2%.
kind of sad about, but I have
I'm
no choice.
2% nacho.
Huh?
So I'm 2% nacho.
As long as you keep on eating them, you're going to be more than 2%.
Oh, dude, I was eating nachos all day long yesterday. That's all I was eating.
I bet. Oh, we got CR eating.
Good, I'm eating too.
You're eating for two? Oh my gosh, what happened?
I got hungry.
Now, is he going to be eating quarter horse?
Ooh.
No, but there's a possibility I could eat quartermain.
Or a quarter pounder. With cheese.
With a quarter pint of milk?
Woohoo, I got enough to go. Go
Is that within a first quarter mile?
Yep. Sorry, CR, we beat you to it all.
With a quarter tank of gas?
Ooh. I'm just trying to figure out other quarter puns.
Quarter mile?
He already said that one.
Anybody know what a quarter mile is?
That's like 50 yards.
Nope. Drag strip.
Yeah, 50 yards. Ah!
With the funny cars?
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one for you. What does a quarter moon always feel?
I don't know.
Crestfallen. That sort of counts. Or you want to talk about quarterbacks? Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm like bushed. I've been outside since 10 o'clock this morning.
How's everything going in the garden?
It's doing more than I was expecting.
That's a good one too. There, CR. Oh, here's one more bad dad joke for you guys, for me anyway. Probably not the last, but another one. What do sharks order at McDonald's?
I know this one.
Quarter flounder?
You got it.
No, it's the
That one
fish.
wasn't hard.
Quarter flounder is the correct answer. And this is not trivia night, folks. It's just bad dad jokes. Even though Cliff's not a dad, he still counts. He's more like an uncle.
Oh, I've got some of the worst bad dad jokes.
That's a whole separate live because we could be doing that all night long.
Oh, don't get me started on puns.
Oh, it's like getting us started on B movies.
Yep.
It's those one things they just keep on going and going and going. There's like the song that doesn't end. No, we were discussing the knife situation before, and then we started going into different cutting tools. Cliff, have you ever heard of a knife saw combo?
Yeah, it's usually a machete.
What?
Machetes.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Mine's
it's
got a
actually it's like a hatchet, and it's a bow saw combo.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that thing. Do I trust it? Not really.
No, neither do I. But I mean, Ian found one at the what was they call it? The
Walmart.
it was at Walmart in the
Camping section?
no, the bargain bin area. You know where they
Oh, the clearance thing.
the clearance aisle. I think he hid one. He might be. We have to go back and see if it's still there or not.
Yeah, I find that kind of gimmicky.
Well, Zippo is one that puts it out, so don't ask me more about it than that, because it's not solid handled. It's actually plastic or vinyl or whatever it is they make.
Fisters is the same thing. They make an axe saw combo, but the saw's in the bottom half of the handle blade, so you have to pull it out.
But I wouldn't trust that though.
I probably trust that more than that gimmicky hand axe saw thingy that.
The Zippo.
Yeah, if you're turning an axe into a bow saw, that you mean you're using the head of the axe as the angle part for the bow saw. You're only going to be able to cut a certain size because
We discussed that too.
you're only going to be able to cut as deep as the head of the axe's length, like whatever.
The handle, whatever the handle is.
Yeah, you're going to smash your fingers on anything probably higher than 8 inches.
Oh, I don't even think you can make it that far. I think it'd probably be about 4 or 5 at most. It's not very big, but I mean, it depends on how much shock that the whole thing can handle as a hatchet axe thing versus a actual saw. Now, but I don't know if you could actually flip it around and use it like a regular hand saw or not. Like a folding saw, but that remains to be seen. Definitely faster than a wire one. Yes, you're not wrong.
Depends on the make of the wire saw and how you put it together.
Well, what about those pocket chainsaw deals?
They work pretty good. Again, it's how you configure them. If you're doing it by hand, you're not going to get anywhere. If you do it in a bow saw configuration, you're going to get a lot farther, a lot faster.
Without snapping it.
Because you don't want to overheat it.
It's not that. The main problem with those wire saws is they bind.
Yep.
That's true.
Because when you're cutting them, you're cutting it from the back face of the tree, and as that hole's getting deeper, that tree is slowly leaning into that cut.
Yeah, that's why you do the 2-cut method.
Or you use wedges.
Bow saw.
You can use wedges.
Actually, the easiest way to do it is to cut at an angle, not straight lines. Cut at an angle.
Angle up or angle down?
It's part of the 3-cut method that we use for cutting limbs off of a tree.
I've never done it.
You cut the bottom portion of the branch about 1/3 of the way through, then you come over on top of it, and then you go over about 2 inches away from it, 3 inches away from where you had it cut, then you cut down. And when you get to a certain point, it says snap right off real easy.
Basically, it's a notched relief cut.
Yeah. Now, when you're trimming trees, you do the 3-cut method. You just get the weight off the tree, off that limb first. That's how you do that. Then you go back up against the trunk, and you make your final flush cut.
Oh man,
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'm just tired. Sorry.
Welcome to the club.
Yep.
You want to go to bed on time?
Thinking about it. And with that, let's see.
We actually had over 100 pairs of various shoes come in, brand new, and we had to price them all.
Stolen.
No, not stolen. These are the ones you have to order online.
Work shoes.
No, Solomon's and Merrill's, with a few others mixed in, but mostly those. And these were not you call cheap shoes. One, at least a couple pair were worth over $200, and these were never worn. I think it's somebody who had a severe shopping addiction, because that's a lot of shoes. But they were both men's and women's shoes, not just one type or the other. And a lot of some hikers, some running shoes, some hiking shoes. Only one pair of sandals, one pair of clogs, and the rest are just various kinds of tennis shoes. But we're going to be selling them for $49.95 for the low tops. For the high tops and boots, $49.95. And and that's half price is what we're selling them for the $49.95. Half price.
Pardon me if. Ooh.
Yeah, I got the line on new shoes. I get 20% off those.
Why would I want 80% of a shoe?
Ha 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 ha.
Aeration.
Or about 20% of your foot. But no, we've been getting a lot of interesting things in lately. We got mattresses, brand new mattresses that are rolled up and compressed. Cliff, you sleep on a twin, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got brand new twin mattresses in.
Nice.
They're rolled up like that big until you open them up, and they expand.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful how you open those up, because I've seen people get taken out with those things.
Oh yeah, be pinned to the wall.
I have seen that happen too. Ian's bed was that way, but he didn't get. None of us got pinned because I planned for it.
We know somebody. We know somebody who got pinned to the wall. That's the funny part.
Who?
My mom's friend.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What size of bed was he trying to put up? Like a king or queen?
Queen, I believe.
I can understand that. We have only done a full. We haven't done a queen yet, but we want one.
Yeah, we did a king size.
Huh?
We did a king size.
Oh, you just reminded me. I did acquire something they gave me at work. I got me an antique popcorn popper. The kind you put on your stove that you can crank the handle.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is basically super glued shut because of the oil they used.
Heat it
I
up.
have a torch, but it's got to figure out where Ian put it.
Just put it in the oven and self-clean.
Can't.
The problem is they have wooden handles.
Yeah, they have wooden handles. I can't.
All right. 350 degrees. You'll be fine.
I'm going to find my propane torch and use it around the edges to pull it off. But I was figuring if I clean it up, I could use it for possibly roasting coffee.
I guess.
Because you're keeping it moving, so you could roast coffee beans. That way I can have my own Archer's roast. As long as I don't burn them or anything.
Ow.
Ow. Why ow?
I've been doing yard work for the last 2 days straight.
And whose fault is that?
The tree's fault for dying. Here, man.
I didn't realize you were still trying to getting all that debris cleared out. Okay, I hate to say this, folks, but I have to end it.
Alrighty.
I'm just doing my best to stay awake. Sorry for your only short term up here, Cliff. But you had things you needed to do, which was understandable. But my eyes are, I'm leaning back, and that's not a good thing. You know what happens when I lean back?
Good
I fall asleep. So take care, everybody. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Ghost, I know you're gone, but thank you for being here. Rob and Jarrett and
Ooh, ending it already.
yes. I'm
Wow.
tired, dude. I'm exhausted.
I know the feeling.
And yeah, my knee hurts and everything else.
See, I got an ad right at the end. Sucks for him.
I'm not sure if I got an ad or not. Oh, I got an ad going too. Green Energy. It's the Jackery one from earlier. I didn't get a chance to finish it. Okay, there's that. But I'm going to say I'm going to be out of here in about
35 seconds.
4, 3, 2.
night.
Orangutan nipple.